Hey guys, it's Simon from Vanguard, bringing you a deck profile on Mordred Phantom, Shadow Paladin. Okay, so I'm going to go through the cards. So play 4 copies of Illusionary, Avenger, Mordred Phantom. So his effect is, when Blasted Dark is called to rearguard, you gain a force marker. So you choose force 2 or force 1, depending on matchup. Second skill is, if your opponent's on grade 3, you can counterblast 1 to restand all Blasted Darks on your field. So he's the main card of the deck, so you play 4 of him. So you would want to use him when you go second. If you're going first, then you don't want to ride him yet. Okay, next we play 2 Danger Lunge Dragon. So his first effect is Soul Blast, and you can add a grade 2 from drop zone. So if you ride Blasted Dark, you can Soul Blast the Blasted Dark and then add it to your hand. And then his second effect is, when it attacks, if you have 3 or more force markers, Soul Blast a grade 3, and then it gains 10k in a crit, and your opponent can't call perfect guards. So he's really good. I only play 2, so if you have 1 in rear guard, you can use 1 on Vanguard, and that's it. That's all you need. Or you can have 2 on rear guards. Okay, next I play 2 Ox Dust Dragon. And his effect is, if you don't have Blasted Dark on the field, you can Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, search your deck for a Blasted Dark, and call it to rearguard from deck. Next, if you have Blasted Dark on the field, he becomes a booster. So he's like a 13k booster. He's really good for getting Blasted Dark from the deck onto the field. Okay, so that's my grade 3, so I've run 8. Next, I play Nullity Avenger Masquerade. He's the main searcher of the deck, so when he's called, when he's on Vanguard or when he's called, check the top 7 cards of your deck, search for either Mordred or Blasted Dark, and add it to your hand, and then you have to kill one of your rear guards. And then when he attacks a Vanguard, he gains 3k. So he's really, really good. Next, the Avatar of Darkness. 4 copies of Blasted Dark. Four copies of Blasted Dark. His skill is Counterblast 1. Your opponent chooses one of the rear guards and retires it. And second ability is, if your opponent's got no rear guards, you can discard a card from your hand and it gains Twin Drive. So everyone knows there's a new Blasted Dark coming out from the Majesty Lord Blaster set. And it's got a third effect saying that this card can be a Royal Paladin card. Okay, so obviously he's the main card. So if you have 2 of him on the field like this, and you have the Mordred, you've got the force markers. You attack for 20, attack for 20, attack for 13. Skill, restand, and then get your triggers, and then apply them to Blasted Dark, and then attack again. Okay, next I wrote on 2 Morin Spear Dragons. So it's Soul Blast 1, and it's act ability, so you can use it as many times as you want, once per turn. So you Soul Blast 1, discard a card. If it's grade 1, it gains 10,000. If it's not, it just gains 5,000. So he is really good for dropping and drawing and finding Blasted Dark to your hand. Okay, then I play 1 Tech Curse Lancer. Because this deck is Counterblast heavy, so what you do is, if you've got no Counterblast, you can Soul Blast and unflip 1 damage. And then when you call him, you have to retire a rear guard to call him on top. And then he gains 10,000 attack. Okay, next. This is Charioting Knight Brenwyn. So her effect is, during your turn, if you have 3 grade 1s in the drop zone, it gains 5,000. And then when you call it, Vanguard or rearguard, check top 5 cards of your deck for a grade 3, add it to your hand, and then discard a card. So it's really good to get either the Mordreds or the Spear or the Dragons. So that's why I play 2 of each, because you can search them really easy with this. Okay, next, the best card of the deck. It's Skull Witch in the main. So it's rest once per turn, and search your deck for a card with 5,000 or 5,000 attack and call it to the field. So you can tap it and call itself from deck. Okay, next is 3 copies of Blackwing Swordbreaker. When it's called, Counterblast 1, draw a card, and it's got 5,000, so you can use it with the main. And then when you call it from hand, Counterblast 1, draw a card, and it gains 5k. Okay, next I play 3 copies of Transient Avenger Masquerade. So his first effect is Counterblast 1, move this to Soul, call a Blaster Dark from drop zone. So if your Blaster Dark dies, you can move this to Soul and then call a Blaster Dark to the field. And then his second effect is during your turn when this boosts, gains 3k. Okay, so let's go with the grade 0s. I play Full Bout as my starter. So when I ride, I get to draw a card. Okay, we'll go with the trigger lineups. It's 8 critical, 4 perfect guards, and 4 heal triggers. So with this deck, you want to go mainly Force 1, so you can stack the Force triggers against a lot of decks. But when you're playing against Axel, you probably will use the Force 2. Okay, so that's been my deck profile. That has been Shadow Paladin. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye, guys.